to Love Goddess Tarot. Today's pick a card love reading is going to focus on who is your next boyfriend. So I'm going to pull messages for you about that person. I'm also going to pull messages about how you meet, and let's get started. See which energy is calling to you. Group 1, you have the book. Group 2, you have the sun. Group 3, you have the house. And group 4, you have the key. I will see you in a minute. Timestamps are below. Let's get going. Hi, number 1. Let's get into this. Who is your next boyfriend reading? You are starting with the book. And if we take a closer look at the book card, you'll see there's a little door open, and the book is about information. It's about knowledge. It's about wisdom. It's also about some sort of opportunity here, like the door is open, will you walk through? So I'm going to start with pulling some cards for you from the Lenormand deck, which is what the book is from. And this is the Dreamy Way, in case you love it and want to get this deck. First, I'm going to start with just kind of general information about whatever this opportunity is when it comes to this person. Okay, bouquet. Beautiful. And ooh, we have the man card. Okay, so the book, as I mentioned, it's about knowledge, it's about wisdom, information, learning, seeking. This can also connect with some sort of course that you take, or teachers, or, workshop, self-improvement, something that you're interested in doing. But it also just talks about like your world opening up, because there is that door there, right? So it's like something new, some new opening for you. Now, when it comes to this person, your next card is the bouquet, which is so beautiful. And the bouquet really talks about affection. You know, it's about a gift, some sort of something happy. You know, when you think of a bouquet, somebody bringing you a bouquet of flowers, they're arranged, there's a beautiful bow, someone's being thoughtful, it's something special, it's a gesture of love, of affection. Somebody, a friend, a family member is wanting to make you feel special, right? It's wanting to bring something beautiful to your life. So I love that, because it's like, okay, so this energy of this person, this door that's opening, whether it's you exploring some sort of course or workshop or something you're interested in, brings you what I feel like is an unexpected gift. So it feels like, wow, I was going for this reason. I wasn't expecting this. That's kind of how I'm feeling about the energy here. And then we end it with the man. Okay, and he's like a sea captain, and he's looking through this periscope, or whatever they call that. So this is somebody who is looking towards the future, right? This is somebody who may live at a distance, okay? This is someone who may have been thinking about you from for a while, or looking at you for a while, meaning maybe they observe you first before you actually connect. So this can be meeting someone at an event, at a workshop, at a place where you're going to learn something, and having this unexpected sort of gift handed to you, which is a connection, a love connection, which you weren't expecting. Okay, so this can represent this male person, this male figure coming into your life. There also could be male energy connecting you with this person, okay? So if, for example, you are interested in finding a woman, which, you know, a small percentage of my listeners do, then, you know, just take the reading and make it fit for whatever your situation is. But for those people, it could also mean someone introducing you, okay? And it's like somebody who is far away or seeing the situation from a distance. But let's get more info, okay? Now we're going to dive in with your tarot. What I'd like to do is to pull a card first about this book, this learning opportunity, this door that's opening. I want more information about that. Ooh! Right off the bat, we got the devil there. Now that was not expected. Okay. So interesting. The devil represents a connection, a habit, something that you are attached to, which can be a relationship. It can be a person that isn't healthy, that's toxic. It can also be a personal behavior or something, you know, like an addiction, something like that, okay? We're going to pull another card, but what I'm thinking is that maybe this involves, for some, going and getting help about something that's been bothering them, joining some sort of support group. But for other people, it can be opening the door and walking away from a relationship, a connection, an experience, a person, you know, something that you are addicted to, connected to, or just can't seem to shake. But it's like you're moving away from that. So that's really interesting. Okay, now this can also be connected to Capricorn energy. So for some, this can be an opportunity to take some time off from work. This could be a new job even, but let's see what else comes through. Aha, Five of Swords. Yeah, there's a lot here, which I didn't expect at the book, which is more about walking away and walking into a new opportunity. So I'm getting some background here that some of you are leaving behind a connection or a relationship or had one in the past where there was a lot of back and forth, where, you know, with the Five of Swords, you're fighting about something all the time. And this is a card of, you know what, it's time to let it go. Whatever this devil energy represents in your life is no longer worth it, and you're looking for opportunities to change, to grow, to get answers. And so maybe you explore something creative, maybe you explore therapy, maybe you take a new course, maybe you're changing your life in some way. Yeah, look at this. You're building back up your resources, okay? And you are finding someone. The book is connected to resources, to money, to feelings of self-worth. You're leaving behind a situation which left you feeling less than, something where there was conflict. We have 2 fives, something that may have even drained you financially as well as emotionally and spiritually. But look at this beautiful energy of the Three of Pentacles. You're going through the door here and you're connecting with a new opportunity through a group, which is interesting because the 3 is 3 people. Now, generally in the traditional deck, you'll see 1 person who's holding the plans and 2 people who are building. Okay, what's interesting about this one is there's only 2 people. Okay, so it's kind of interesting because this generally would mean, you know, being in a situation, in a group situation, work, a project that you're working on, something with 3 people, okay? And so you do have the man also in your card, in your reading. And I said that can mean a person, a male energy introducing you, okay? But in this deck, we only have 2. And so what I feel like is you're connecting with a mentor, a teacher, somebody who's actually going to really help you move up the ladder, possibly in work, possibly in something creative. And for some of you, that's going to turn into love, which you didn't see coming. Ooh, all right. I love this. Okay, let's get a message about the bouquet. And look what came out, the 9 of Cups. Oh my gosh, okay. So you have the 9 of Cups, which is so beautiful. And look what it came out with, the 9, the bouquet card. So what is the 9 of Cups? The 9 of Cups is the wish card. It's happiness, it's emotional fulfillment. That's what's coming. That's who this person is. And the way that they come through is through this opportunity to release, to seek something better, to build up your resources, to learn a craft, to get a new job, to focus on something that makes you happy. You then actually connect with someone unexpectedly who brings you a lot of joy. Wow. Okay, let's get a card on this man. I want to know more. We got a lot. We got 3 cards on the man when I was only looking for 1, but I'm going to take them all. We have the 7 of Pentacles. That was the main player here. Okay. We also have the High Priestess and the 8, both of which are reversed. So, yeah, this next person comes in because you take a step back from something that you're doing and learn a new skill. The 8 of Pentacles. It's connected to your real sort of inner self, the person inside that's not about the public acclaim. The High Priestess is about connecting to that true intuition. And I feel like it's been blocked for you, and you're going to be taking a step back. You're going to be evaluating. And the man is shown here as somebody who helps you get clear. Okay, somebody who helps you get clear about what it is that you value. All right, I'm going to pull one more on him because I feel like these were a lot about you. I guess we weren't done with you, but let's see who this is. Okay, look who he is. The Knight of Pentacles, there he is. So yes, you see the theme, right? You see the coins all the way through. With the 5 reverse, feeling less than, losing money, maybe not feeling valued in your work situation or in your love situation, finding people in a group that are actually supporting what you value and who you are, okay? This person, the man, is somebody who's taken his time, which is exactly what the Knight of Pentacles does. He waits, he watches, he invests only when he's sure. So I do feel this kind of connection of mentor-mentee, working together, doing a project together energy for your next person, your next boyfriend, okay? He is bringing that coin, okay? He's part of this future that you want to build. He's part of understanding what you value, okay? Because when you take the 7 and add that 8, then you get the 8. And you had the 8 here underneath reversed. So it's like you're going from not really having a long-term connection with someone who actually wants to build something towards something that, you know, a relationship with someone who does. This is somebody who does. And I also feel like he could have been, like I said at the beginning, because the Knight of Pentacles is confirming it, watching you, waiting, or in your environment before, for a little while, before he actually surprises you with the bouquet. Oh, wow. So yeah, we're looking at very solid energy here. We're looking at somebody who brings a lot of emotion, water energy, as well as earth. Okay, let's roll the Astro Dice. Final messages. Gemini, 10th house sun. There you go. The 10th house is all about your career, your public standing, your public life. It's also connected to Capricorn, as is the Devil. So we're definitely looking at a theme here. And we have the sun, okay? The sun is you shining. It's you stepping into that light rather than darkness, okay? It's you showing the world who you are. That's connected to Leo energy. And we have, and it's also connected to creativity, which we have here. And we have Gemini coming through, which, let's see, did I see Gemini anywhere? No, but Gemini can connect with the with neighbors, siblings, cousins, people in your local environment. Okay, short distance trips. It's about writing too. So there's, you know, that aspect of sort of studying, books, learning. Wow. And the nine is really showing that it's not far off. Although the knight takes his time, you know, he kind of wants to make sure everything's lined up. I think once you decide to truly walk through this door and walk away from whatever this represents in your life, it moves fairly quickly. Okay, that's it. If you want to keep going, if you want to learn more about this person and who it is and what this connection is for you, you can get a personal reading for a limited time. I am retiring them at the end of this month. So use the links in the description box if you want to get a 3-card or 6-card reading. I also have a very exciting new offer. Most of you who I've done readings for before got an email yesterday outlining it. I'm going to put a link below in the description box for everyone else. It is a soulmate reading that's going to focus on your soulmate, your karmic connections. I'm very excited to share it. It's in depth, it's video recorded, and you can purchase that now by using the link below. I am sending you lots of love. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe. All those things are free. You can always hit a super thanks if you want to leave a tip. Sending you lots of love. Okay, number 2, you were drawn to the Sun card today, and we're going to look at messages about your next boyfriend. And the Sun card in the Lenormand deck is about joy. It's about success. It's about happiness. It's about all good things. And it just so happens to sort of help or negate any negative cards that show up. So it's kind of like this amazing kind of magical wand that you can just kind of sprinkle all over your reading today. And you were drawn to it because there's a message in there for you connected to the Sun and your next boyfriend. So I'm going to start by pulling some cards for you from this deck. This is, as I mentioned, the Lenormand, which is a slightly different deck than the tarot. Okay, so you have Mountain. There you go. So there's some obstacles around this connection. But again, we always go back to the Sun. You have the ability to overcome them. Okay, so whatever kind of gets in your way, whatever blocks the connection between the two of you, or you know, you kind of have to overcome in your relationship or in getting together, you're able to do that. Oh, wow. Yeah, look what's there, the ring. Okay. So, yes. So again, we're starting with the Sun, obviously, which is that incredible energy of success. And so I feel like this next person is coming through with a lot of charisma. Okay, they have a lot of optimism. They're an optimistic person. They have a lot of hope. They have a lot of faith. They are also probably very successful in business. And I feel like, you know, because we have the Mountain next door, there's something that maybe they have overcome or that the two of you will overcome in your connection. I'm going to pull cards to get specifics, but the Mountain card represents obstacles, something standing in the way of your goals, which here seems like commitment, happily ever after, a ring, engagement, right? This is challenges, this is delays, this is a little bit of limitations, but this is about overcoming them. Okay, so there's something about this connection that's going to involve maybe even a physical obstacle, which can mean the person lives at a distance, right? So you guys have to make it work somehow by going back and forth. There could be some sort of lack of confidence, and excuse me, I feel like, I don't think it's your boyfriend coming in. I think this could be your issue, but there's definitely an obstacle that you will overcome, because we're ending here with the beautiful commitment. Yes. We have the ring. I mean, look at this. You see the happy family, you see the house, you see, look at this. It's just amazing. This is a long-term commitment. This is about having a husband, a wife, a spouse, a partner, creating a family, creating a home, something that involves an investment, okay? With Mountain, this could be that this person's connected to real estate. They could be a real estate agent. They could be someone that helps you purchase a home. The obstacle can always be when you're purchasing a home, getting a mortgage, you know, all the approval, the people accepting. So there's a lot here about real estate too. But the ring really represents any kind of like promise, any kind of legal agreement, a financial investment, but the responsibility too. And it's really in a love situation about a marriage, because marriage is a legal contract. And so the ring is the promise. So we have success here. We have success in whatever your objective is with this person. Okay, let's get some details. I'm dying to know what is going on here. We're going to start with the Sun card. The Sun card pretty much speaks for itself, but I feel like I could pull a card just to get a little bit more of a nuance about okay. Yeah, I mean, it speaks for itself. You get the Lover's card. So yes. Okay, this is also about contracts. This is also about partnerships and relationships, okay? Maybe you start out as friends, or maybe you start out in a business relationship, and that is the obstacle. But let me tell you something. The Lover's coming up, boom, with the Sun, with the success, with the joy, with the happiness, shows that this is a love relationship coming through for you, very strong. Like, I could stop the reading right now. I'm going to keep going because everybody likes to get more details, more information, and especially because we have the Mountain there at the center, which is representing some sort of block or obstacle. You know, you might want to let's get a little more about that, because that'll be helpful in terms of helping you overcome it or understanding what it might be. Okay, so let's see what we have for the Mountain. Ooh, that's interesting. The Ace of Pentacles for the obstacle. Now, the Ace of Pentacles to me is, there's no way it's an obstacle, okay? It is an opportunity. It's a beginning. It's planting the seed of something important that's going to grow. It's definitely earth energy, so that's interesting because it's coming through with the Mountain. And so I think the only obstacle here could be that it's slower than you want it to be. To me, that's the only thing that I can come up with, that it's slower, okay? But let's pull one more, see what else we got. And isn't it interesting? Oh my gosh, look at this deck. Look at this card. Do you see that? Those are all mountains. Wild. Money is an obstacle. It feels like investment is an obstacle, or how slow or how long it takes to develop. But let's see. Ooh, Ten of Swords. Okay, now we're getting better. Now we're getting clearer. The only obstacle is letting go of an old story. Now, this could be for you or this could be for them. I feel like this is for you because you're here. This is your reading, and I do feel this is you. This person is primed and ready. They're coming through as the Knight of Cups. So the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is some old karmic hurt, wound, story ending that has to happen in your life, and that's what is holding you back. That's the mountain, but you can overcome it because it's over, it's done, time to move on, right? And I think you will. That's why you started with the Sun card. That's why the sun is in the background there. That's why the sun is in the background there of both of these cards. Okay, here's the gift, here's the opportunity. It's going to take time, work, and effort. Here's the past. You're tired, you're exhausted, you're not sure you can handle it. Yes, you can. Okay, you can handle it. Let's pull a card for the ring. See, Nine of Swords. You're letting your fears and worries get the best of you. So that's the only obstacle you really have. You do have an ending that you need to have happen. There's something in your life, this tower, that needs to end. And so I feel like it can be a block. Okay, this can be a block, and it's really in your mind. Notice it's swords. It's in your mind. So it's within your power, your control, to not allow these. Look what I just pulled. Again, okay? Yeah, there's definitely something that you have to move on from and let go. Yep. So you're going to know what that is, but just remember this whole reading and remember how much it's worth it, how much it's worth letting go and moving on, no matter how afraid you are to do that. Gemini, 10th house. Oh my gosh, it's almost exactly the same as number 1. Mars. Mars is taking action. Time to move on. That's taking action. Gemini. Gemini is the mind. It's swords. It could be a Gemini involved in this situation with the 10 of Swords and the 9 of Swords. Whatever's bothering you, whatever's in your mind, whatever's keeping you up. You need to make a choice, a decision, and move on. Okay, 10th house. 10th house is your career, your public standing. It's also connected to Capricorn energy. So this is very public. So there could be something about this situation for some of you that you're afraid of going public with. So just keep that in mind. But most of all, remember the sun and the ring. You can overcome it. Okay, you got this. That's your reading for today. If you want to keep going, if this is really resonating and you need more help and you want to dive deeper with the tarot, through this month only, I'm retiring 3-card and 6-card personal readings. So if you want a reading, use those links now or you're not getting one. And we can keep going and dive deeper. You can email me your situation and we can get very specific. And I'm happy to announce a new reading, which is going to replace those other 2, which is the soulmate reading, where I'm going to really dive into your karmic connections and your soulmate. So if you have someone you're wondering, are they? If you just want to know who, you want to know when, you want to know all that good stuff, go ahead and use the link below and book that reading today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Those things are free and they really help me come back and bring you more free content every week. Also, you can leave a tip, hit the super thanks button. That's it for today. I'm sending you lots of love. I'll see you soon. Hey, number 3, you chose number 4, the house card. And the house card in the Lenormand is all about security, stability, comfort, structure. It's kind of like that welcome mat, that family, an idea of home. It's warm. It's that safe place you find comfort. You can see there's smoke coming out of the chimney. So it's like someone's home, someone's keeping it warm. You're welcome to come in. And it's really a card of that kind of home, cozy feeling and stability. And it can even be a card about an actual home or purchasing a home. So today's reading is going to focus on messages about your next boyfriend, and that's where we're starting. I'm using the Lenormand deck. Oops, wow, number 2 had the Mountain card in the same position. Okay, let's see what else we have for you about your next boyfriend. Ooh, okay. So we started with that feeling of home, family, security, and right next door we move into mountain. Mountain is all about obstacles. But the thing about the mountain card is there's an obstacle to overcome in this connection. What I feel like that obstacle is connected to is this bird's message. The bird is interesting because look what the bird has on its head. A house, a birdhouse. So it looks like a little mommy bird carrying around a little baby bird in the house, right? The birds a lot of times connects with messages about like gossip, communication, people talking, advice, you know, it's really kind of a message generally about some sort of information coming to light or something like that. On the positive side, the birds is about sharing advice with someone who's older, who's wiser. The mother bird on this card might be teaching these little young birds a lesson, right? So it's really about keeping your eyes and ears open and watching for the symbols around you. But what I find interesting is that the house is repeated here, right? So I almost feel like there could be a move involved. She has the house tied around her head, which means she's flying around with her house on her head. And to me, that's like a physical move. So I feel like the obstacle could be there's some sort of security or some sort of like one person is really comfortable where they are. The other person maybe has other situations they have to deal with. Maybe they have children, maybe they have other things, and they have to move. So there's a distance physically, but there seems to be with this person some sort of obstacle or something that you have to overcome together around moving, around family, something. But let's pull cards and find out what that something is. See if we can get some more information. I'm going to start with the house. Let's see what comes through about the house. Ooh, King of Swords reversed. Okay, King of Swords reversed is connected to Aquarius energy. I feel like this could be someone who is holding back something, which is where we get information, because Swords is also about information. Swords is connected to communication, to talking, to the air signs. I just dropped something. Hold on, please. I have so much on my desk right now, and I really need to do some cleaning. But anyway, the King of Swords is when they're the King of Swords when he's upright is somebody who's really smart. He's powerful, he's intellectual, he has a lot to communicate, he can observe people, he understands things. There's a lot of butterflies around him, so we feel that he's been through some sort of transformation. He's really, he's kind of cutting through something major here. He wants the truth. When it's reversed, he can be on a bad day a little manipulative. Okay, so this can represent someone, either the person or someone around the person, who is manipulative, who uses their intellect to take advantage of others or to get what they want, okay? It also can mean that this person has trouble communicating their feelings and communicating with you. It can mean that it's somebody who's a little shy, who's a little reserved. This could also mean that this person is holding back from saying what they really want. Okay, which is kind of the way I'm feeling this is heading. So let's see if we can pull a card on what the King of Swords is holding back about. it'll pretty much be the same message as the Mountain card, I think. So kind of for both. There's a lot of threes here. See, 3, 21, 12 is the 3. These two are flipped. Yeah, threes are about triangles. They're about third-party situations. Is this guy hiding a family? No, I don't think it's that serious, but because we didn't get super serious cards. The Mountain card is something it's surmountable, right? Oh, 9 of Swords, yeah. Wow, you might want to listen to number 2, which was an extremely positive reading, but there are a lot of similar cards. Just if you feel that this isn't for you, this isn't resonating, you might want to. Otherwise, let's keep going. So yeah, there's definitely something that is keeping this person up at night, something they're upset about, something they don't really know how to deal with. Okay, another a 10 of Wands. So, and you see the house in the distance in this card. In this card, the person's in bed inside the house. In this one, they're having to finish this long journey. Again, I do feel like there is a situation here with this person. They may keep a lot to themselves. The obstacle for you too is about this person learning to accept help. Okay, they feel like they have to do everything themselves. They feel like they don't want to share burdens with you, and they are not good at expressing themselves, so that makes it tough. Okay. But the 10 of Wands shows that there is a big change coming. 10s are endings. It shows that this person has a long journey to get where they want to go, but they need help with it. So I do think that there's some sort of physical distance. There's some possibility between you and this person that there could be a conflict about where you're living, and that this person is maybe keeping their fears about it to themselves. It definitely seems home related, okay? Home related. Hierophant. Interesting. Again with 3. You have 2 people here listening to the one person. Yeah, I feel like, and I'm just going to go with my feeling on this. This is just completely intuitive. That this person had either a difficult marriage or a difficult breakup. They're worried about their family and their kids and how this is going to affect them, or they're just worried in general about sharing anything with anyone. I also think this person could have some money concerns. Okay, so let's pull a card and see what's the outcome here. Advice, outcome, any final thoughts? Queen of Cups. Okay, Queen of Cups came through reversed. The Queen of Cups reversed is really saying to me that, look at the bottom of the deck, there is potential here, okay? It's going to take a lot for the 2 of you to open up, to be honest, but you have to be honest. Lay everything on the table for the moment. Okay, for you, this, if you're the queen, if you're the woman in this situation, this is about self-care, taking care of yourself. Okay, focus on you right now. Allow yourself to heal from whatever you've been through. Give yourself a lot of attention physically, because this can be a health situation. It's a bit delayed, but ultimately, look, the 2 of you are a great match. So I would say the next boyfriend has a lot of potential. They're going to have to learn to open up. They're going to have to learn to share in relationship. And you're going to have to learn to take care of yourself a little bit, okay? And let them do what they have to do. But yeah, King and Queen of Cups. Okay, Mars. Leo, 8th house. Okay, the 8th house is Scorpio, so there could be a Scorpio involved. Mars is about a move, which is what I was feeling, and there could be a Leo involved. Okay, So that is your reading. If you want to dive deeper, or if you'd like to get your own private reading, this month is the last month to do that. I am retiring the 3-card and 6-card readings, so use the link below if you want one. You can get a general reading. We can keep going if this was really resonating, and dig deep into this if you've already met this person and you want more information. I'm also excited to announce my soulmate reading, which will be linked in the description box below. It is new, it's in depth. I go deep into your karmic connections. I do a full tarot reading on your karmic connections, your soulmate. If you have someone you're thinking about, wondering if they're your soulmate, or if you want to know who your soulmate is, when they're coming, all of that is included. So super excited about that. Use the link below, like, comment, subscribe, do all those good things here. That's free. That help me bring back more content, and you support my channel. You can also hit the super thanks and say thanks by leaving a tip. I am sending you so much love. Have a good one. Hi, number 4, you chose the key today, and today we're going to look at messages for you about your next boyfriend, and you chose the key. The key is really having the power to unlock something, to open a door, to find answers, okay? It can be that you get the answers to some sort of problem that you have. It could be the missing piece in a puzzle that you've been trying to solve. It's just really about, it can also be about protection too. Think about a key locking your door, right? You lock your car door, you lock your house. It gives you security. It gives you empowerment. When you have the keys to the kingdom, you have it all, right? You've got what you need. So it's interesting to see what other cards surround this when we're looking at your next boyfriend. But let's see what comes through for you. Number 4. The ending. Oops, these two came out together. Got an extra one here. We have the Child card and the Garden. Okay. Bottom of the deck, choices. Okay, right next to the key, we have the Coffin, which obviously, you know, is not, it can, you know, upset people, but it's really about endings. It's not about actual death. Interesting. Okay. And you also have right next door a new beginning with the Child card, so kind of interesting. I feel like for some of you, you are some sort of a disconnection with someone, an estrangement, a no contact situation is coming to an end. That's what I feel like, because this is an end. This is having the keys. This is a new beginning. So I feel like you finally have whatever you need to move on with someone in a positive way. Okay, you get the information that you need, or that you hear from them, or you reach out, but there's something about a connection between a past situation and a future situation here with the Child coming up right after. The Child is all about beginnings, okay? It's also about being happy, being young, being having those characteristics, right? Seeing something in a new perspective, seeing something from a new approach. So I feel like you're having some sort of new approach, new connection with someone you already know. So if you're not feeling that, you might want to listen to another pile, because that's what I'm feeling, okay? I feel like you have with the garden there too, it's like bumping into someone you knew before in a public space and then reconnecting in a positive way. Somebody who you haven't seen in a while. That's what I'm feeling for you. I feel like your next boyfriend is definitely someone that you're going to meet networking or at a meeting, at a community thing, at some sort of group, a conference, a cultural event, you know, walking around an art show, you know, a fair, and it feels very positive. It feels like you get a fresh start. So it could be someone that you knew or dated back in the day and they suddenly reappear. It can be that you reach out or they reach out and you connect. I feel less that you reach out or they reach out now that we've seen the community card as well here with the garden. I feel like it is an in-person situation. But let's pull some cards, okay? Let's get some details. With the key, yeah. The key, the information, judgment. This is all about a fresh start, an aha moment, a wake-up call. This could also be someone like you go through an illness and you have a new lease on life and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna get out there again. You know, I'm going to start dating, and you meet somebody at a cultural event. Okay. But it feels more like an aha, a revelation, information about someone you knew, and you're putting the past behind you with that whatever the distance was, is over. Yeah. I feel like this is about some sort of past situation with someone cheating or some information coming to light about something that really separated you, and you are going to now see it from a new perspective. You're going to find that balance. You're going to have temperance. You're going to keep your feelings in check and give it another chance. I do feel that your reading today is the only one out of all that is connecting something to the past here. I know a lot of people don't like that, but we have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is so beautiful, and it's also unexpected. See, the fish is popping out of the cup. Just as I said, I feel like it's more of an in-person thing, seeing someone, having a fresh set of eyes, seeing them in a new light. There's some sort of awakening coming. Look at that. Change in perspective. Yeah. Hangman upright. Hermit. Coming out of retirement. Being alone. No longer, you know, being disconnected from this person. The Hangman upright is all about seeing things from a new perspective. A change in perspective. Time between when this incident happened and what's going on now. We also have the connection to Pisces here with the Hangman and the fish in the Page of Cups. There's an idea here of forgiveness, revelation, enlightenment, being enlightened, finding out some information that may change your opinion about someone or something that you felt they did wrong or wronged you, and finding forgiveness. That's definitely here, okay? It's taking time to yourself, Hermit. I feel like this could have happened very recently or will happen soon because these two came out together, the Hermit and the Hangman. Hermit's Virgo, Hangman's Pisces, and we're having Pisces-Virgo eclipses. So if not now, within the next 6 months, this is probably the timing here for you. And we have that Pisces there too. And we're, you know, getting that missing puzzle piece, which is what eclipses do. They bring things to light. The advice here is to allow the divine timing and to be patient, not rush to judgment. So give this person a chance. I don't usually like to, but, you know, sometimes you got to read the cards the way they are and just, you know, got to take your ego out of it and say, wow, maybe after some time away from the situation, I have better perspective. Yeah. It's been hard for you to let this go. It's been hard for you to move on from this. The Knight of Cups is coming back. There it's again, more water. Definitely feeling Pisces energy here. Wow. Yeah. That's what I'm feeling. This is a quick one because it all happened very quickly. Bottom of the deck, we have the Sun card. So I think you're going to be fine no matter what. Okay? This is about being joyful, playful, showing your true self. The past is over. Move on. Yeah, unexpected for sure. Uranus, that's not expecting this to happen. The 9 is when you're very close to something. And I did feel that this is something that's going to happen fairly quickly. Gemini is connected to swords. And it's also two sides to a story. It's about communication too. There could also be a Gemini involved in this situation. Wow, well, that's it. That's my interpretation today for you. If this really kind of struck a nerve, resonated, you want to go deeper, or if you just want to get your own reading, do it now. At the end of the month, I'm retiring my personal 3-card and 6-card readings. And I have introduced my soulmate reading, which is going to replace them, and it's more in depth. And it's going to focus on karmic connections. Those of you that have had readings with me before got an email this week outlining what it was all about. If you want that, you can comment in the comment section and email me, lovegoddesstarot@gmail.com, and I'll make sure you get a copy of that. You can also use the link below. It is going to really focus on who your soulmate is, your karmic connections. If you have a specific question or a person you want to look at, we can do that. You can email me. It's very much, collaborative. So we work together. Go ahead and check all of that out. Like, comment, subscribe. All those things are free. You can also hit the super thanks button if you want to leave me a tip. I am sending you so much love, and I'll see you soon.